You just need to feel confident. Work on these angles. I faced a real struggle. It only benefits me in so many ways. Okay, girls, let's talk about some skills you need to work on to become a girl boss, or to basically improve yourself and become the best version of yourself. And I'm the person who is kind of like hyper achiever, so I always look for areas I can improve, and I love it and I don't find it toxic. It only benefits me in so many ways. So first one is going to be definitely public speaking. And even if you don't think about go public and start doing like TED Talks or public talks, doesn't matter, because we actually need to work on the way we speak, the way we present ourselves, and on our fears. And I know that a lot of people are struggling when it comes to public talking, especially when you talk to strangers, when you perform in front of people you have no idea about. And trust me, I've been there, I've done it, and it was a horrible experience. Back in the days, I think I got my first invitation to be kind of like a public speaker 2.5 years ago, maybe 3 years ago. I think, yeah, 3 years ago. Keeping in mind, English is not my first language, so I faced a real struggle. But I'm super thankful that I did it. And actually, I think if not my best friend, I would decline. But she kind of like pushed me and said to me like, Anastasia, you need to do that. There is like no other way. It was actually during Fashion Week, London Fashion Week. I met a girl who introduced me to the owner of a resale platform. This founder was organizing an event and she invited me to speak about social media. Even though it was my topic, I created the whole lecture. I was lost, like shaking, you know, my voice was shaking as well. All the words disappeared from my head. I felt so bad, like honestly, but I'm happy that I made it. First of all, like I experienced that and I understood that this is the area I need to work on, I need to improve. But also being comfortable in front of the crowd is really important. You need to know how to act, you need to know what to say, you just need to feel confident, you know? So that's how I started doing offline talks for my community. I did already so many offline lectures, so I had the chance to actually practice, and my last talk was absolutely amazing. Honestly, now I treat my audience and like people who came to listen to me as friends, you know. I do very conversational talks. I can see like the difference. The difference is huge. If I will compare my first public talk and last public talk, insane. So practice your public speaking. If you have a chance to talk in front of the crowd, maybe it's not even like a big crowd, maybe you even celebrate your or your friend's birthday, right? Toast time comes and everyone needs to kind of like raise a toast, right? Use this chance to experience even like a small public talk. It still counts, because I think also if you want to become a leader and if you want people to follow you online, offline, you need to know how to deliver this or that information. You can even fake it. Literally, like at home, you can start talking to yourself. I know it sounds creepy, but I think it helps. Second skill is being comfortable in front of the camera. Start filming yourself. You need to know your angles, you need to feel confident, you need to know what to say, you need to know how to introduce yourself, how to kind of like pitch yourself. And if someone will start filming you, you don't need to look lost. Also, if you want opportunities, you need to go online. And to go online, you need to be friends with the camera. Work on these angles. Try to speak as much as possible. Try to work on your gesticulation and just understand what suits you. The third one is socializing and small talks. And for some reason, a lot of people say that small talks are shallow, they don't bring any value, and I completely disagree. When it comes to opportunities, how do you think like it works? You actually need to do a small talk to kind of like introduce yourself, check the vibe, connect, right? And only after that, people can actually think about some sort of like invitations, giving you the opportunities. So small talks and socializing is really important. And again, when I just moved to London, I remember how lost I felt going in coffee shops, right? And I would be so shy to even speak to barista. And then when I started developing my content creation career, obviously I've been invited to a lot of events. In the beginning, if I wouldn't have my friend around, I would feel lost, shy, uncomfortable, I would want to leave. So I was like, that's not good for me. What I did, I went to some events by myself. Just alone, because when you're alone, you have actually no choice. You either have a choice to leave or to come up to strangers and start talking and basically socializing. Most often, if you want to improve yourself, you need to go out of your comfort zone, unfortunately. But that's how confidence builds, only by overcoming your own fears. So next time you're in a coffee shop, try to talk to barista, try to talk to people who is also queuing for the coffee. Ask them simple questions. You never know how it's gonna end up. When you go to the event, maybe when you shop, just start building this skill. Hope it helps. Thank you so much for today. Don't forget to follow our agency and I'll speak to you soon. Bye bye.